In the previous videos, we have considered cases where an offer is implied. In a lot of other cases, you may feel that an offer is implied. However, in many cases, the law has placed a presumption against offers for pragmatic considerations. Or some cases are presumed not to be offers because there were statements made or acts done without the intent to seek anyone's assent. Now let's look at this very interesting story. It's the story of Arthur Robert Partridge and his rare French birds. The case is called Partridge vs. Crittenden. It so happened that it was illegal to sell these birds. Illegal, of course, unless they were bred in captivity. Now, to ensure that they were bred in captivity, what is attached to these birds is a closed ring. This ring is unremovable unless, of course, it is damaged. In any case, Mr. Partridge apparently wanted to make some money. So he advertised in the local newspaper. Quality British ABCR Bramblefinch cocks, Bramblefinch hens, 25 cents each. At no place, however, did he mention that he was making an offer for sale. Now the Royal Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the RSPCA, brought a case against him for offering to sell these birds. So do you think that there was an offer here? What if I shared a price list of products with you? Would you say that I have offered to sell you all those goods? Think about that for a moment. In the meantime, let's look at another case. This is the case of Fisher vs. Bell. Now, in a city far away, which is actually Bristol in England, a man had a small shop. The shop was in the arcade Broadmead. In the shop, he had many antiques along with some knives, guns, etc. He also had a certain type of knife which was popularly known as a flick knife on display. This knife had a price tag attached to it. Now, during those days, the law prohibited the manufacture, sale or hire or offer for sale or hire or lend or give any other person a flick knife. So one day, a constable came to this shop and noticed that this knife was on display. He told the shopkeeper that he wasn't allowed to sell that knife. The shopkeeper, however, merely shrugged his shoulders and said, "Well, fair enough." And so the constable locked up the shopkeeper. Now in court, the shopkeeper argued that he had never decided to sell the knife. He only put it on display. An advertisement is not an offer for sale. It is merely an invitation to treat or an offer inviting offers. Perhaps if some people had come to him asking about the knife, he would have refused to sell it. So what do you notice in these two cases? What's common? The common point is that the law generally presumes displays in shop windows, displays of price lists as invitations to start negotiations or situations inviting offers. For practical reasons, a shopkeeper, merely because he displays a price list, cannot be held to be bound the moment a person comes in and says, "I accept." These are called cases of invitation to treat, meaning these are cases of inviting others to make offers. In Partridge vs. Crittenden, the court found that there was no offer to sell. The court reasoned that treating advertisements, unless perhaps they came from the manufacturer itself, as offers, did not make commercial sense. If all advertisements were treated as offers, that would put advertisers in a very difficult position. What if by the time someone read an offer, he had already sold all the articles to somebody else? What if he had only a limited quantity of that article? What if you saw the Amazon Mega Diwali sale price list in the newspaper, others saw it too, and simultaneously they said, "I accept"? Could you sue Amazon if they ran out of that stock? Could all other thousands of people who may have read the advertisement and said, "I accept," sue Amazon? Now that wouldn't be right, would it? In legal terms, these cases where advertisements are made, or goods are put on display, or price lists are displayed or sent, these are all cases of exposing articles for sale. Exposing articles for sale is different from offering them for sale. The shopkeeper exposes articles for sale and then invites offers. No doubt, exposing articles for sale is for the purposes of selling. But the law has in many statutes made a distinction between the words offering to sell and exposing to sell. Exposing articles for sale is not an offer or a proposal under the contract law. This, however, does not mean that no advertisements can be treated as offers. It depends on the language used and the intent of the advertisements. You should pay attention to the case of Carlyle versus Carbolic. That is discussed later. In that case, an advertisement was also considered an offer. So thus far, we have considered two cases that are treated as invitations to treat. That is, where there is an ad or goods are put on display. There are certain other cases as well, which are presumed to be invitations to treat. Those are cases relating to auctions and tenders. Let's look at those cases in the next video.